Hi everyone, Rodrigo here once again for one more Tableau class, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to create our first dashboard in Tableau Desktop. This is easy. We have just to follow 4 rules and I'm gonna introduce you right now. Then let's do it together. So guys, here you already seeing my Tableau screen. So I'm gonna work with this word indicator sample workbook. I'm using this one in order to be easier for you to follow me during the activity, so you can practice in the same time that I'm teaching you here in my office and you practice at your home, so it's easier. So let's check these sample workbooks, and then you have to click in this one, word indicators. Okay, when we click once, you will see that Tableau go directly to dashboard part. So I don't want to show you how to transform data into information and how to prepare the data, because there is already a video here in our YouTube channel. So please check that video before this one, and there I show you how to transform and prepare your project before starting to create a dashboard. So okay, so today, as you can see in the title of this video, I'm gonna show you how to create the first dashboard in Tableau. So this is a step for beginners, but even being a step for beginners, I have to show you 4 rules that we have to follow in order to succeed in our dashboard. So I'm gonna introduce you how to do it. So first of all, we have just to click in here. When you look at to under part of the screen of Tableau software, you will see these 3 signals, little signals in the right side. The first one is called, when you move your mouse above this sign, you see new worksheet information. So when you see this one, which means that we can create a new worksheet. This is the first step to create a dashboard in Tableau. We have to create worksheets, and then we're gonna put these all sheets together in one dashboard. Okay, so click once here, and you will see that Tableau just create a new sheet. The name here is sheet 12 because I've already created in this project 11 sheets before this one, so that's why Tableau put it sheet 12. But if you are starting, you will see that Tableau will rename this sheet as sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and etc. Okay, so then I'm gonna just create some informations over here. First of all, you have to look to your side, to the left side, sorry. In the left side, you see a lot of fields. All of the fields that you already transform in your project are here now with the names and with the hashtag in different colors. We can see sometimes blue hashtags, sometimes green hashtags, which means that the blue ones we call dimensions, okay? In a general way, okay, guys? For beginners, this is a good starter, okay? We can call this blue hashtag as dimensions, okay? And the green ones, we can call it measures. What the difference between dimensions and measures? Measures are the formulas that we create to summarize some information. For example, I have a field called sales, and I want to just summarize this column into one total. For example, I want to sum the total of this column. This sum I can call measure. So we create measures when we summarize some fields. We can just summarize doing, for example, an average, or even a maximum, a minimum, a median, okay, a sum. So there is a lot of possibilities to summarize a field in order to create a measure. Dimensions, on the other hand, are the informations that we use to understand the measures. For example, if I say to you, I sold $100,000, probably after this information, you will ask me like, okay, but how much per month? These months are the dimensions that we use to understand better the measure. Okay, so usually in self-bi projects we just create two, we have to just put it at least two informations to create a new graphic. The first one is the measure, and then the dimension that explain how these measures works. Okay, that's the difference between measure and dimension. This is good to understand even if you are working in Tableau, or even if you are working in Power BI or other self BI software. This is like a basic knowledge about self BI softwares. We have to use measures and also dimensions. So over here you can see a lot of fields, some fields with the hashtag with different colors, as I told you, but also there is some fields with different symbols over here in the side, in the left side. These ones with different symbols, these are also dimensions. Okay, guys, so as you can see, for example, region is a dimension. So first of all, I'm gonna just put it a table. I will create a table in my Tableau desktop in order to put it this table and the future in a dashboard. Okay, how to create this table? First of all, I have just to select the measure. For example, in my case, I'm gonna use this life expectancy female and life expectancy male. So I'm gonna use the female. Then Tableau, it's easy to work. You just have to drag and drop the informations over here as a row or even columns. I will put it this one in rows. Look at, when I just drag and move on, I can see in front of the name of my measure the letters AVG, which means that this is an average of life expectancy. This is normal, okay, because it's life expectancy. The good way to summarize this field is average, all right? So I will put it this one, life expectancy female. Then I will just drag and drop the other one, the life expectancy male as well. And then I'm gonna introduce here in front of these two measures the dimension in my case, okay? The dimension in my case will be region. So I will just search for the field in the left side, and then I will just select the region. I will drag and drop in front of my measure. It's easy to drag and drop even in the middle or in the end, but I will put it in the beginning, okay, of the rows. Then Tableau just creates some automatic vision to show you your data. So Tableau just created a column with the name of the regions, then created like a title of my measures, and then create a bar with each information, each average of life expectation. But I don't want to use it in this way. I just want to use this information as a table. How to change it? We have just to move on to the right side, clicking this part over here, show me, and then we can just select which graph we want to use. In this case, I'm going to use table, the first one. When I click on table, Tableau automatically, I can just click once again and show me in order to hide this information, and Tableau automatically change the view from bar to table. Okay, so here you can see the table with regions, life expectation female and life expectation male. Okay, now I'm gonna introduce in this table a total, a grand total. I want to use a grand total in the end of my table. How to create that? Move on again to the left side, then move up a little bit and click in this part over here, call it analytics. So when you click in analytics, you will see the summarize options over here, and there is one called totals. So click once in totals, drag, and then select it how you want to use these totals. In my case, it's column grand total. So I will just drop in this part, in this middle part over here. And then Tableau automatically create the final line with grand total. Okay, guys? I don't want to explain all the customized option that we can use in this table, because in the future videos I will show you guys how to create that. But at least I want to change a little things in my table in order to be more clear for the users. So let's do it together. First of all, let's change the fonts of the table. As you can see, these fonts is like the common fonts of Tableau. These fonts called Tableau Medium, Tableau Light, Tableau Bold. There is a different font, but this is like a regular fonts. I want to change a little bit for a new fonts with more connected with my brand in my case, because in DR we have two different style fonts. So I will just change these fonts over here. How to do that? First of all, I'm gonna go to the region over here, click with the right button of my mouse, and then click in format. Okay, I can go in this movement even here, either here in region or here in the average life expectancies. As you can see, the measure values. If you click over here with right button, there is a format option as well, and you will see we will go to the same way. So I will moving back to region, click with the right button of my mouse, and then format. Then Tableau create a new table in the left side called format region, which means that I'm formatting the region part of my table, right? So here this format region, this format table, sorry, it's related to the design of your graphic. Okay, this part is only related to design, to change the style of the fonts, to change the colors, or even to change the alignment of the information. So this is how this table works. So if you want to change the field, you can just click it here in these fields, and then you will see other options. First of all, I'm gonna just change the region information, so which means this column. Then I can go to the header of this region. Then I will just change the font. As I told you, Tableau Medium. I'm gonna change for Druk text to wide over here. So when I click it in the font, I can see easily that Tableau changed at the same time that I selected the font over here. I can see in my table the change that I've done, right? But this one is too big for me. I want to change, not use this one. I want to use the other font that we have in our brand over here, Unisense Book. So I use Unisense Book, but I will bold these fonts. So that's perfect now. The regions with Unisense Book. Then I will change the size of the fonts for 10, for example. Look at guys, I'm in the header part, right? The alignment, I will use left, because the regions I will put in the left of my table. Then I can change the totals, which means this part over here, the grand total. The grand total will be Unisense as well, but bolded as well. And then I will change the color of grand total. I will put it like blue, for example. The grand total I will show as blue. Perfect. Then guys, I'm gonna change the fields. Now it's time to work on measure names. Measure names, which means not measure names. Let's go to the average measure values. What the difference between measure values or this part? Average life expectation, expectance female or expectance male. The difference is when you click it here, you will change just the column related to this measure. When you click in measure values, we're gonna introduce this format for all measures that I have in my graphic, okay, in my table. So I'm gonna change all at the same time, all measures. So I will click in this measure values. Then Tableau show me the font. So first of all, I will change the font for Unisense Book. Look at, I already changed it. I will put the 10 as the size. And then I'm gonna go to the total over here, and I will change this one for bold, just the total, and also I will change the color. So now I have the grand totals in blue color and the other ones in dark ones, okay? Then guys, we have just to change this part over here, right? The headers of our panel. So then I'll go again to measure names. In the measure names, when I click it, I can see the font here. It's Tableau Medium. I will change this one for now Druk text white, because this is the titles. This is the headers of my table. So I will change this one for Druk text white, and then I can see region life, either the region column or the lives one, the measures. I can see that Tableau changed it for Druk text to white. This is the perfect site for me, so no problem. Now I finished the customizations of my table. Then guys, I'm gonna just to remove this title over here, because I don't want to use a title for this table. So how to just remove this title? Click once with the right button and then hide title, right? When you do that, you will see the title just remove it. Then, as you can see here, the life expectancy female and male, I cannot see properly the headers. They are like a little bit hidden. So how to fix it, this part? Just move up to this part over here. When you can see standard, you just click once and then change it for fit width, fit 8, or entire view. If you put it entire view, you will see the table like distribute horizontally and also vertically in your screen. When you use fit width, you see that table organized in order to in horizontally way, and also when you click in fit 8, you will see vertically organization. Okay, I will put it like entire view. I will use like that one, entire view, and then I'll move on to another part. First of all, I create a table. Okay, oh, also I have to just rename it the sheet before I leave this sheet, so I will call this sheet as table of regions. Okay, then I'm gonna introduce another sheet. Now Tableau rename it like sheet 13. This one I'm gonna use a bar chart, okay, to reproduce the same female expectation and male, but now I'm gonna use the life expectancy, okay, the general one. The life expectancy is like a calculation between male and female combined, okay. How to look at that, how to know that, is because when you look the hashtag symbol over here, you will see a sign of equal before the hashtag, which means that this one is a measure already calculated, okay, by someone. I will explain you how to create these formulas in future videos, okay. To look at to the formula, to understand how this formula works, it's easy. Just click in the field with the right button, and then you will see the edit option over here, the fourth one, edit. So click in edit and you will see the formula. So the formula of this one, it's the sum of expectancy female and expectancy male, then split it by 2. Okay, then I know this formula is correct for me. Now I understood the formula, I will click in OK button. Then I'm gonna just select the life expectancy again and put it in the row part. But I have now the measure, but as I told you, I need the dimension. So the dimension will be region, again region. So I will just drag the region here, drop the region now in columns, and then I can see that Tableau create like the distribution of my regions in a bar charts with the life expectancy. Okay, then I'm gonna just change the title of this bar chart here. I will click it once with the right button and then edit title, and then I can change the name. Now guys, you can see here like these less and bigger symbols, and in the middle of these symbols I can see sheet name, which means this is a automatic way to rename the sheet with the sheet name that we put it here. If you change it here, just erase this part and create a title, this title will be static. But if you just leave this part as this, as Tableau done here, you can just change the name of the sheet below here, and you will see the name of the graphic change, the title of the graphic change at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna leave like this one, but I will change only the fonts over here. I will use Druk, as I've already used it in the last graphic, the table ones. Then I will change the size for 12. Then I will click in apply. When I click in apply, I can see the results over here. Then I will click in OK. Okay, now it's time just to change the name of the sheet. As I told you, the sheet will be called expectance, general expectance. I will. Or better, total expectance. I will use this one, total expectance. Then I will click in the enter. Now I can see Tableau change it, but also I have here like the names of my regions and the numbers of my life expectancy, but I can see the numbers if I go with the mouse over here. So I'm gonna just change a little bit this part. I don't wanna use this axis here, this header of axis here, and also the numbers. So I will click with the right button and I will just unselect this show header. If I unselect it, I cannot see anymore. If you wanna put a back again, this is a tip for you. Just click it here and then with the right button and then show header. Okay, and you will see the header again. Then I'm gonna just hide the field labels for columns. Okay, I hide it because I don't want the region names over here. Then I'm gonna just change the fonts of these regions over here. I will use the same strategy that I showed you in the table. Click with the right button in the name of the region, format, and then go here in the font and then change the fonts. I will change the fonts for Unison's book. Then I will put the size 10. Perfect. Then I'm gonna just move on to this part standard over here and put entire view in order to see all my bar charts. But guys, before I leave with this bar chart, I'm gonna use the numbers of each life expectancy in above of the bar. Okay, I will put the numbers above the bars. How to do that? It's easy. Just select life expectancy again, drag, and now drop in this part label. Okay, when you drop something here in the label, Tableau use this information as a label of your graphics. So let's check what's happening. I put it and then I can see the numbers. But as you can see, these numbers doesn't make sense because they are like a sum of the expectance, and I wanted to show this number as an average. So I want to change the way that Tableau used to show these numbers. How to do that? just move on to this part over here, and you will see this is a sum of life expectancy. Click in this arrow, then go to this part, measure, and you will see this measure is related to a sum. We can change easily for average. Just move on to here and click in average. Now it's an average. But also, when we look at above our graphic, we can see here Tableau it's doing a sum again with the measures. So the bars represent a sum of the life expectancy. I want to change this one for average also. So I will click in the arrow. I will go to measure sum, and then I will change for average. So now I can see the average either in the bars or in the labels. Okay, so this is the perfect bar chart that I want to use it. Now guys, let's move on a little bit for another thing that we have to create in our dashboards. I'm gonna just create a filter to use in my dashboard. So I want to enable my users to filter this information by years. So how to create these filters in Tableau? I will just select the field over here. I can see year over here, the field. Then you have just to drag and drop this information at this part over here, this filter part. When you drag and drop something here, nothing will happen in your graphic, but you will see that now we have a filter to use in our dashboard, okay? So just put it, when you drag and drop some information, Tableau will show you how to filter this information. I will just select years over here. Then I will click in next. Then I can see a list of all the years that I've already have in my data set. So I will click in all button because I wanted to show these all years to users, in order to users just selected which years they want to filter in the dashboard. So that's why I choose it all. Then I click on OK. Then I can see that I have a year information over here. But as you can see, guys, I cannot see the filter to filter the filter graphic to filter here anywhere in my, I cannot see in my screen. So how to just put this filter as an information to select it? Just pass your mouse above this field, then click in the arrow, then click in this option, show filter. When you do that, you will see the filter in the right part of your screen. Then we can just move on to this part, this little arrow in the right side, click once, and then customize the filter. So we can just use like show all value as options. For example, if I just unselect this one, the users cannot select all at once. They have to just select each year they want to use it. But if I click it here in customize and put show all values, now I have an option to unselect and select all information at the same time. Okay, also we can click in this arrow and then format, filter, and set controls. And you click in these options, you can change the fonts of your filter, and you can change the design of your filter. So I will just go to the title. The title will be Druk text wide. Again, I will use the same font that I use it in my views. So I will change for Druk text wide. Perfect. And the body, I will use Unison's book. Perfect. Size 10. Perfect. I change it. That's perfect. Then I move on to the right side again, arrow again. Then I can just change the way how to present the filter. So we can use like a single value list or even a drop down list. So I'm gonna use this one, for example, and then the user can just click once in this selection part over here, and then select also they can just search for 1 year. For example, I put it like 2012, and then just 2012 appear in my filter. So I like this one better than the others. Okay, we can use multiple values list or multiple values drop it down. I can use like single values. In this case, they just are allowed to select 1 year. Okay, but if we change for like multiple values drop down, now they have these options, these select options here to select different years. So I will use this one, this option. This is better. Okay, but now guys, before leave, as you can see, this filter is related only to this sheet over here, this bar chart, but I want to use this filter as a filter for table of regions as well. So how to just connect your filter with different sheets? It's easy. Just move on to this part to filter, then click in the arrow, and then you will go to this part, apply to worksheet, and then you can just select the worksheet, or even all using related data source, which means that if you just create a sheet from the same data source, the Tableau will consider this sheet as filtered as well. So also we can use all using this data source or all using this related data source. This related, sorry, I explained wrongly. So this related, it's like when you have like 2 or 3 or 4 data set and you just connected all these data set. When you create a connection, I showed you how to do that in the video, how to transform and prepare your project in Tableau. So when you created these relations, this filter will be applied either for data source that using the same fonts, the same sources, or the data sources related to this data source. Okay, in my case, I will use the first option. Then when I do that, I can see this little symbol over here. It's like a symbol of data source and with a connector between two data source. And now if you move on to the other sheet, you will see the filter appearing here. So the same year filter will works either to the table of regions or to total expectance. Okay, now we finished the part of design the sheets, and then we have just to create the dashboard to finish your video today. So now it's time to move on below over here and then click in the second option. The first option is related to the new worksheet. The second one is related to new dashboard, as you can see. Then click in new dashboard. You will see the dashboard over here. You can just change the size of the dashboard. For example, I can use all of this format. Also, I can use custom format. Okay, I'm gonna use instead fixed size over here. I will use automatically, so my dashboard will works in different size of screens. The Tableau will try just to distribute the content equally, horizontally or vertically. Okay, so then we have just to drop some sheets over here to create the dashboard. But another rule for you guys, we have just to create a dashboard. The first thing that we have to create in a dashboard is the title. The title, it's like a direction to the readers to understand your dashboard. So we have just to create a title in order to show our users what they will analyze in our dashboard. So how to create a title? Just moving back to your left side, then select these objects. This object means that you can just put some things to organize, to design better your dashboard. Okay, I will just select text first, then I will just drag and drop the information here. Then Tableau just open this little screen where I can just write the title. The title will be the expectance life expectancy, expectancy by regions and genders. Or I will change a little bit by genders and regions. Okay, so I will change a little bit the title. I will just select all the information, then I will change over here the font again. So let's use through text wide, like 12, the size, and then I will click in the alignment over here like center and okay. So now I have a title. Okay, then we can just put some filter, the filter that we created. But to put the filter, we have just to put first of all the sheets that we already created, and then we can just select the filter to appear in our dashboard. Okay, I will just click it here. Like the first one will be the table of regions. So I will just click here the name of the sheet, and I will just select it where I can put it, this sheet in my dashboard. I will put it in the under part over here. Then I can see the title of my sheet and the table that I created in the sheet. Okay, I will just hide this information, this title. So click once with the right button and then hide. Then I will put the total expectancy beside this table. So I will click it here and put it like here. Then you will see now we just put the total expectancy, and then we can see the filters appeared in this right side of our dashboard. Okay, then we can just fix it, how to show the information. For example, this is a title, so I don't want to use like a big size of the title. So now I have the title, now I have the table, now I have the bar charts, and now here I have the filters. So users just can select the filters, and as you can see, the filters change the informations in my dashboard. For example, just 2012, now 2011, now 2011 combined with 2012. So perfect the way of the filter works. I like it, but there is a misunderstanding here. Not a misunderstanding, but a bad design. This table and this bar chart is too big in my dashboard, so I want to create like a blank space between the title and this graphics. So I will just put it some blank here. How to do that? We can just click it over here, blank, and then I will use like at this part. Okay, now it's better. But guys, as you can just realize, when you look this kind of dashboard, I can understand this is a dashboard that I will analyze life expectancy by gender and regions. Here I can see genders, and here I can see regions and the total expectancy. Okay, no problem with that. And here when I look at beside my title, I can see that I can change the filter. Okay. Okay, no, so I can just analyze easily. But there is a mistake over here. There is something not appearing that I want to show to my users in order to facilitate the way that they analyze my dashboard. These two information that I wanna just introduce here in the dashboard, we can call as BAN, which means big as numbers. The buns, guys, shows to the users the measures in a summarized way. So then users just understand the title, then the buns just show what the measures involved in the graphics and then in the dashboard, and then the graphics just explain these measures. There is an easy way to just show your informations. First of all, you have to create the title, then the buns, then the filters, and then finally the graphics, just to categorize the measures. So let's move on to the sheet again. I'm gonna create a new sheet. The new sheet will be the bun. I will hide the title over here. The first bun is related to life expectancy female, the first measure that I used in my sheet, in my table. So I will just click it here and I will put it like a text, okay? Then I can see the number here. It's like only the number. It's only the average of female life expectancy. So I will put it the name of this sheet, female life expectancy. Perfect. Then I will just format this number in order to be bigger, okay? I will use this number as Druk, the font Druk, perfectly. The way I will use it at this time, 20, and the alignment, like in the middle, center, and also in the middle vertically. Perfect. Then I have just to move on to here, standard and entire view. Perfect. Now I have the female. Maybe I have to just to create a title in order to, not maybe, I have to create a title over here just to explain what the meaning of these numbers. So how to create the title again, just move on to the above part of your graphic and then click with the right button and then title. Perfect. I can see the title here, female life expectancy. Perfect. This is the first band. Now I will create the male life expectancy, but I don't want to create by 0 and format everything again. So we can just adapt the sheet using this sheet as a base. So we can just duplicate this sheet and then adapt the other one with the male, but using the same format. How to do that? Click in the name of the sheet with the right button, then duplicate. Then now I have female life expectancy 2 because Tableau just create a copy. I will just change here for male, the name of the sheet. Then I will erase this number 2. Perfect. And then I will just change this part over here. It's easy without lose the format. So you have just to select another field, just drag and drop above the other field already selected, okay? Just do like this. Don't do like clicking text, because if you do that, Tableau will create a new field in your graphic. Just put it above and drop, and then Tableau change it. In my case, I lost the format, so no problem. Let's go back to format and then Druk text. At this time I will just type the name, Druk text white, size 20, then alignment, center horizontally, centrally, vertically. Perfect. Male life expectancy. Then I will just duplicate once again, and this will be life expectancy, the general life expectancy. Then I will just put it over here, life expectancy above. Then I have to change the sum for average, then format, then Druk, then 20, the size, then alignment, center and center. I think the number didn't change. Enter again. Okay, perfect. Life expectancy. And do you remember, guys, when we just selected here in the filter, we use apply to worksheet, all using related data source. So as you can see here, even if I create a new sheet, I can see that this year filter is already applied for this sheet because I selected the way that apply to worksheet, it's all using related data source, okay? So I don't have problem to filter this one. I will just moving back, I will just going back to my dashboard and then hide this format over here. And now I can see the different sheets that I've already created. I will put these sheets over here. So first one will be the female one. So female, I will put beside this blank. So female life expectancy is the first one. Then the male. Then life expectancy. Now I have 3 bands, guys. So I will just organize in my dashboard. So the first band will be until here. The second one horizontally until here. And then life expectancy until here. Then I will just put it like this one, smaller. And then I can just change the title to a big size, like 18. So, and now finally, I have a dashboard with all components that I need to use in a project. Okay, guys, when you create, maybe we can put the filters, the filter of years over here. So I will change the filter where I use it. So how to change it? Just click once in the element, then click in this part and move on. I will put the filter over here. Then I will just put it, I will change the title. To change the title, double click, not year of year, just year, the name of the filter. Perfect. Now I have the filter, then the bands, then the graphics, okay, to explain the bands. So look, guys, this is the easy way to create your dashboard. Your dashboard, when you create a dashboard, you have to just follow this rule. First of all, title, then put it some filters, then bands, the bands to show the measures that the user will analyze. So now it's easy to understand. Life expectancy by gender. When I look at here, the average of female, the average of male, and regions. To understand the regions, I look it back to this part, and then in the table I can see the regions and the information. This is an easy way to show numbers in order to succeed, to be fast to analyze. And then when user look at here, it's life expectancy, general, 69, and then total expectancy by regions. As I can see here, Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, Oceania, and the Americas, okay? This is the way to create dashboards in Tableau. Guys, this was our first dashboard in Tableau. As you can see, obviously, I didn't design it properly. I didn't change a lot of colors because I will do this with you in the next videos. But for now, you have just to understand the steps to create, the ways to create, the flow of creation. This is the way that I want to show you how to create your first dashboard. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to share this content with your friends. And please come back in the next video and I will show you a lot of things more in order to succeed in Tableau. So see you in the next video. Bye.